Welcome back to Everyday Iowa on this Tuesday morning. Well, friends of Palisades-Kepler State Park, way back in 2018, remember how long ago that was formed with a mission of raising funds to help support the park's longevity, safety, and to provide free public education opportunities. I want you to welcome and say good morning to the dais from home. Jesse Thurn sits next to me. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
This questionable character sitting next to you, who's this?
Luke Wagner.
Luke Wagner, and next to him, Chris Bass from Bass Farms.
Good
Welcome
morning.
in, everybody. Who wants to take the opening question? How did this all get started? Who's responsible?
Jesse would love to take
Jesse would love to take that question.
That would be myself and Brenna Bass, Chris's wife. We have been discussing having like co-hosting an event together to help raise funds for the park. The proximity of Bass Farms to Palisades is literally across the road. So we wanted to join with them. For Friends of Palisades, we had wanted to do a 5K at the park, but if you've been to the park, you know that the terrain is not the most cooperative. There was too much risk and a little bit of too much planning. So when Brenna and I had met, we were looking at a calendar. We talked about doing a 5K. Turns out they'd wanted to do a farm 5K, and that's how this crazy idea came about.
Now, Luke, we're going to get to you in a second, I promise. But I want to go to Chris first. And with the proximity of you guys, and wanting to do something to spread the goodwill in the community. I mean, you took the ball, you ran with it, and here we are a few years later, and talk about what's going to happen.
Well, we're really excited to be doing this, and Palisades Park and the people that support Palisades have been huge supporters of our farm. So we want to continue to support, environmental use and outdoor use by continuing to support the park so people have a wonderful place to go. So, I mean, the ultimate goal here is we want to raise as much money as possible for the park. So.
And we're going to talk a little bit about what this year's funds are earmarked for. But, Luke, I come to you. With a group like this that wants to help, what does that mean to you guys to have that help from the outside looking in and getting, literally getting in the dirt and helping out?
Absolutely. These groups are essential for our operation. We try to keep up with just our standard day-to-day operations within the park, but I mean, without these groups and organizations, we couldn't take on any of our extra pet projects, things that we really want to work on. It's beyond just maintaining, it's improving. So I mean, if we want to take our degrading trail systems that are falling apart and put them back together, we absolutely rely on these groups to be able to fund efforts just like that. So we try to utilize them from a fundraising aspect just locally to grant writing, being able to raise those funds. We work with CCI of Iowa and Minnesota extensively because it's a great experience for those individuals that are a part of the organization, but also it's the best bang for our buck and just being able to get a lot of labor and help there right on scene for the least amount of money, and it's a fantastic learning opportunity for them. So yeah, they're essential just to our day-to-day operations as well as being able to improve the park. We're
going to talk about how people and you at home can be a part of this too, but Chris, I cut you off. You were going to say something. I apologize.
Yeah, about like supporting, one of the great things about us partnering with Palisades Park is the fact that, all of the money that we raise at the farm gets funneled directly to the park. And that's why we partner with a nonprofit, because they're able to direct all the money to the park versus, if money is allotted through the state and so on and so forth and the federal government and whatnot, they don't get all the money that's earmarked for them or might not get it at all. So this is a way that we can direct money to our local parks that's going to affect our local environment and all of our, all the people that live here. So we're directly benefiting our local area, and this is a good way to do it. So
tell me, Jesse, how people can be a part of it. Obviously, we've got signs here around us where we're going to put one on the TV screen as well, where people can come, hang out, and literally, feet on the pavement, help out.
Right. So the first thing is we actually want people to run. So signing up is great. The link is obviously behind me, but we want a bunch of runners. We want it to be a successful event. We're hoping to make it an annual event as well.
See that magic of television right there? That's all people can see now.
I know. But also, if you're not a runner, we get it. You can donate. You can donate via the run. You can donate by looking at our social media page. We have a bunch of different ways. The shirt I'm wearing is actually from Cause Team in Mount Vernon, and that is a fundraising source too. So 40% of every shirt sale goes to Friends of Palisades. So if people are buying shirts occasionally, we get little checks, and it's just nice money to put into our general fund for the park. But also volunteers. As Luke said, having manpower and woman power is really important to have, and kid power. Kids are very helpful.
They don't complain as much.
They don't, and they have fun, you know. We do a park closing, so we close the campgrounds, and then we also clean up the campgrounds, rake leaves. Like, I mean, who doesn't want to go take your kid, burn some energy, and teach them how to volunteer and give back?
Yeah.
And I would say a lot of people do go to state parks, specifically Palisades-Kepler. So if you do go and you've never been able to find an opportunity to give back to the park, this is a great one. And you can just come and hang out. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to do anything. Come and hang out on this event day,
Yeah.
make a donation, and just see what we're all about too.
Jesse.